One of the most important areas of on-page SEO is title tags. So SEOs get harassed sometimes that SEO is only title tags and meta tags, and while those are part of it, title tags are a really big part of it. They really are that important, and your keyword research, your titles should follow the instructions given by your keyword research. Your keyword research will tell you these are the most important words to use in the title. These titles are hugely important for click-through in the search results. They're what shows up in Google when somebody does a search. If it is an exact match, again, it's going to be bolded in those search results. So there's lots of reasons, multifold reasons why titles are important. They're very important for click-through rates in the search results. Whatever your title says on your site is going to be what shows up in those search results. So it should be a call to action of some sort. It should incorporate the keywords and promote usability and incent people to click through on them. So a best practice is you have to balance all of these things, both for search and for usability, and create the best possible title you can to get high click-through rate and to also optimize for your keywords. So make sure that you're ranking, because there's a lot of value in having those keywords in that title tag, but also making sure that you get the click-through rate. So if you have your keywords repeated over and over and over, that might not be good for users. They might not like that, they might not click on that, and all of your SEO efforts will be for naught, because they won't actually click through on your result once they find it in the search engines. So best practices for titles is, again, balance the usability as well as the inclusion of keywords, and maximum, Google's going to display a maximum of 65 characters. You can go over, but most times you won't want to. And the primary keywords you're going to want to use closer to the front. This is the idea that's an idea that's called proximity. So the proximity of your keywords to the front of your title can be a factor, and there is some level of importance there, even though it's not the end-all be-all, certainly. So keep in mind your best practices with titles as you're creating them. This is such a big factor that often gets overlooked, and people are worried about things like spelling on their pages or writing their body content better and everything else when they're completely neglecting their titles. This is a really big deal. Spend a lot of time on creating better titles. An idea to keep in mind when you're titling your pages is this idea of keyword cannibalization. And what keyword cannibalization is multiple pages competing for the same phrases. There is going to be some carryover between phrases, but you have to do a exceedingly good job with your keyword research, with your competitive analysis, with your information architecture, with designing the site, and making sure that multiple pages aren't competing for the same phrase, because this is going to do what I said, keyword cannibalize. This is going to make your keywords eat themselves, and you don't want your keywords eating themselves. So you want a single page competing, maybe 2 pages max, competing for the same phrase, so you can get that indented listing there. So make sure to be testing these page titles regularly. Another good practice here is the reverse of a breadcrumb with added keywords perhaps, and make sure that if a page is appropriate for multiple keywords, that you make sure to include those. So each page shouldn't compete for more than a couple different keywords, but it certainly can. Don't get overboard. Don't try to rank for everything under the sun with one page and stuff everything in your title tag. But if it's appropriate, if you can rank for internet marketing consultants and SEO services or web analytics and marketing, internet marketing, these are the kind of things you want to watch out. These are the kind of things that you want to do. You want to include several keywords as necessary, as it makes sense, but don't get carried away. In case you're unfamiliar with where the title tag is located, if you view your source code, you'll see it in the head of your document. It'll say title / title. That's what's in your title, and then the meta description is often, or meta keywords is right below that, and you'll see that in the search results the title is what shows up first, and the meta description is going to be what shows up right before your URL. In between is a description of the page.